So today we're going to be talking about a build that is explosive. And when I say explosive, yes, it uses skill builds that use explosive rounds that just destroy everything. As you guys have seen in this gameplay, it will work in solo and in group play on some of the hardest difficulty in the game. And what's amazing about it is just the massive amount of damage you can do to an area and clear out that area so your team can continue to move forward. And that's why I love running this build, whether I'm playing solo or in group play. And if you guys are just bored of all those pure damage builds, well, skill builds are the way to go. Now, if you guys see right here, I did join this group a little bit late, and then I'm gonna show you the stats right here. You guys can see the most damage and most kills. And I wanna say I got in about 1/3 of the way. So they were already completed with the first part of it, and I still had the most damage. And it's because of the amount of damage you can do, the amount of kills you can get. It's just a big area effect of damage you do with this build. So what we're gonna do here is we'll break down the build for you guys. If you guys have any questions, as always, hey, just use the comment section down below. But let's get into it. So the first thing you guys need to do is make sure you have the Demolitions class, and it's because you need this grenade launcher. You need this class because it's the only class that's gonna allow you to have the turret that I was using, right? So you can't use this explosive turret without having this class selected, because no other class allows you to use it. So that's one thing you need to make sure. For the skills, we are using the artillery skill, and that's what you guys saw. Our cooldown is about 8.9 seconds. Health on this is about 6.6 million. Our damage without any buffs is about 3.4 million damage. We have 10 rounds with a bleed damage of 75,000, bleed duration about 9.1 second. So it's a really good skill to run, and I am pairing that up with the striker drone, which has a duration of 249 seconds with 75,000 damage. Now for our primary, we are running the test subject. Now the test subject is going to be amazing for skill builds. Now you can run this with the capacitor, really up to you. Sometimes I just like running the test subject. Sometimes I run the exotic. It's really just up to you. So for this one, we are running with the test subject, 15% assault rifle damage, 19.5% health damage, 10% damage targets out of cover, and then we have perfectly in sync. So every time my skill is hitting, I'm getting 40% skill damage. Every time my weapon's hitting, I'm getting 40% weapon damage. So as long as both are hitting, a lot of damage I am getting. So perfectly in sync is an amazing talent, not used that often. Now for the secondary, I'm running the mechanical animal, and this is just another assault rifle. And the reason why I'm running this is because it has future perfection. Weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 19 seconds. Now if you do have skill tier 6, it will overcharge you for 15 seconds, but that does have a cooldown for 90 seconds, so you can swap over. Mainly I'm using the test subject. Mechanical ammo is my backup when I have an enemy almost dead. I'll switch to it and then proc that overcharge. So we are running the Empress International mask. We do have a 3-piece, so we get a 10% skill health, 10% skill damage, and 10% skill efficiency, +1 skill tier. We have 10% status effects on here, 10% skill damage, and then a 12% skill haste mod. So that's kind of what you're going to see with this. The reason for the status effects is because every time you hit them with artillery turret, what that's going to do is going to proc that bleed, and then that's a status effect, so that 10% status effects helps right there. For the chest, we are running the Hannah U chest. Now this is going to give us 10% skill haste. We have 1 skill tier, we have skill haste, skill damage, and then a skill haste mod on here. Now kinetic momentum is one of my favorite skill build talents to run, because it puts out a lot of damage without making you take any kind of incoming damage. So when in combat, each skill generates a stack, while active and not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1%, total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks. So when both are fully active, you can have up to 30 stacks, which is crazy because that's extra 30% skill damage on the build. And test it out yourself. Amazing. We do have the waveform holster, so we have skill tier on here, skill damage, skill haste. This is what it comes with. And then look at this. Generate a stack of 3% skill damage on one of your skills every second, caps at 10 stacks. So that can be 30% extra skill damage on one skill, and then once you have that 10 seconds, it swaps over, so your other skill has 30% extra skill damage. So it's actually pretty cool because it goes back forth. So each skill will have some amazing damage at one time, and that's what I really like about this. So it's a really good talent to have. If you don't want to run the waveform, or you don't have it, you can swap out for the exotic backpack, the memento backpack. For the knee pads, the second piece of Empress International. So this is our We have 1 skill tier, 9.3% status effects, and then 10% skill damage. For the gloves, we are running the Wyvernware gloves, so that's gonna give us that 10% skill damage, plus 1 skill tier, 10% skill damage, and then 12% skill haste roll on here. So yeah, we went with this one because it gives us that 10% skill damage. And then for the backpack, we have the swag pack. This is the Impress International backpack. So then now that's why we get the 10% skill efficiency. You guys know skill damage, status effects, all the goodies in skill efficiency. 1 skill tier, 8.3% skill damage, 10.8% skill haste, 12% skill haste mod, and then I'm running tech support. Skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. I like this in case I run out of bullets or for some reason I can't hit my shots and I can't proc perfectly in sync. I'm still not losing total damage, but yeah, there are other talents you can run here. I just really like tech support, and that way if I don't get to get my shots off, well, at least I know tech support will still be procced. But there are some other talents that may hit a little bit harder. So yeah, I went with tech support. You guys can play with the backpack talents how you want. And that's the build right there, guys. Absolutely one of my favorite builds to run in a group setting. As you guys are seeing, a lot of damage output, and being able to really help out your team because you're able to clear out a lot of ads at once, or at least damage a lot of ads at once. And what that does is it makes those enemies a little bit easier for your teammates to kill. If you're taking chunks of health, chunks of armor off at once, it's actually a really cool way to play. And if you guys like skill builds, well, this is one of my favorite. Now, if you feel like you are a little bit on the squishy side and you don't want to run the kinetic momentum, you can always swap that out for unbreakable. I run that a lot sometimes on my skill builds when I'm running solo. In group play, kinetic momentum is perfectly fine. If you feel like in solo, sometimes you die because you get out, you're still going to hit hard enough without even running kinetic momentum. You could run something like unbreakable, and that'll give you that second life. But that's really up to you. Just, you got to decide the way you want to play. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment section down below. Remember, if you guys want to catch me live, we should be live tonight on twitch.tv/nothing but skills. I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, nothing but skills is out.